What up? What up, what up, what up? We're about to have some fun tonight. Y'all here? Okay. Y'all here? What's up? Oh, Not Afraid to Fail is in the building. Can I bring you on live, bro? What's up? You want to go on live? 817. I see some people here I know. What up, Lucas? You should be asleep. Hold on. 242 2719. Okay. You gonna do it? All right, Jace. I'm gonna bring you on. I'm gonna bring you on in a second. I got Siobhan, what's up? Y'all share this with, it's hard to share, not at 10 o'clock. Hold on, I'm trying to, okay. Cool. What up, y'all? Can we get to 2,000 people in here? What's up? What up? It's Facebook. I think we're like at 8,000 on Facebook. And then when I start talking like that real stuff, every time I start like turning the mirror on people, like as long as I'm like externally like blaming, like people love that. People like, oh yeah, it is their fault. It is. But as soon as I say like, hey, it's your fault, you accepting it, people be like, oh, let me get off here. Every single time. People are afraid to face themselves, guys. And before I bring some people on, we got 2,000. Oh, snaps. Shout out to everybody on here. Instagram be live. And this is my mood. Every time I'm going to wear a hat based upon my mood. So like if I'm angry, I'm going to wear like a upside down one. If I'm like in the middle, I'm going to do one like this. So you guys see, I'm happy today. What's up, y'all? Martha's at the gym. So this is what I want to talk about before I bring people on here. And I'm not going to talk long because I want to spend this time with like bringing people on. So when I bring you on, have a question for me. Let's make it quick. I don't want to have to cut y'all off. I never want to do that, but I just know other people be like, okay, I'm tired of hearing from this person. We all get bored, even myself at some point. But this is what I want to talk about. I want to challenge everybody because when I got off my Facebook, it made me think. Like Facebook and Instagram, I know some of y'all on both, but it's like two different worlds, right? And a lot of times on Facebook, what I see is that, like I said, when I get intrapersonal, if that's even a word, I might be saying it wrong, but when I turn the mirror and when I have people look internally, people start to drop off, right? And I want to tell you this, like the reason my life really changed and continues to change is because 5 words, and you guys know these words, it all starts with you. Like that was me looking at myself and holding myself accountable. Like that was me not talking about things or to stop talking about things and start doing things, right? Stop talking about what I'm going to do and actually start doing it. Like I've said on Facebook and I've said on Instagram, there's too many dreamers out there. And I know it might seem crazy to say, but dreams are incredible. But dreams mean absolutely squat if you never go attempt to live your dreams. Like dreams just make you feel good about not doing anything. Like you got to wake up from your dreams and actually put in the work to do it. Right. That's what the goal is. The goal isn't to have an incredible dream. The goal is to live an incredible life. Right. To make that dream become reality, to close that gap between your reality and your vision. That's what life is about. And things are never going to change if you don't decide to make that change. Like, I get it. Maybe it's your mama. Maybe it's COVID. Maybe it's your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your best friend did this. Everybody's everybody. But at the end of the day, what are you going to do? That's what it comes down to. What you going to do about it? I told somebody the other day, okay, I heard you complain about the same things for the last year. What are you going to do about it? You going to keep accepting it? And that's on you? Or are you going to do something about it and make a change? That's the choices and options that we have in life. It's like, what are we going to do about it? So that's the question I want to ask you right now. Whatever it is that you want to do, whether it's a situation you're in that's bad, or whether it's a dream you want to pursue, or whether it's a relationship you want to rekindle, whatever it is, my question to you is, what are you going to do about it? Like, what's going to be the first step? What's going to be the first step? Like, when's the last time, and y'all listen to my podcast, y'all know what I'm about to go to. When's the last time you called yourself out? Like, when's the last time you called you out? We so good at calling other people out. We so good at watching other people like fail, call them out. We're so good at pointing the finger. But when's the last time you pointed the thumb at yourself? When's the last time you called yourself out? Because you ain't perfect. I'm not perfect. I call myself out every single day. There's some things that I don't like about myself every single day. There's times where I'm lazy. There's times when I forget things. There's times when I don't go as hard as I could. But you know what the difference is between me and a lot of people? I don't depend on anybody to tell me what to do. I appreciate the accountability. I appreciate when my friends check me, but I don't need them to check me. You know what I'm saying? Because I check myself. I learned this from sports, and you athletes out there, you know what I'm talking about. It's called watching the film on your own, watching the film on your life. When you played sports, you watch the film of the game, right? And if you're a sports athlete, no matter how great of a game you think you had, film was always going to be something that you didn't want to see. Because there was a play that you loathed. There was a play that you didn't do what you were supposed to do. And you really didn't like the film session, right? You think you'll go. I remember the first time I scored a touchdown at Baylor, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to go to film. Boy, I'm about to see my touchdown. Man, that coach called out so many things on me. Look, Trent, you're lazy. You didn't run the right route. You didn't finish your block. When it got to the touchdown, my feelings were so hurt. I didn't care about the touchdown no more. But he made me realize something. He made me look at myself and it's like, dang. Like, I need to fix the things so I can be legendary. Like, I need to fix those things. So I took that same approach to life. You know, me and my buddy John Pruner was talking about this. Like, he even asked me this question. He said, like, what is your film saying? So if you watch the film of your life every single day or every single week or this year, what would it say? If you step out of yourself, right? If you've been objective, reading no bias, like if you looked at yourself as a stranger, or even this, some of us, we so good at telling other people not to settle, but we settling for less. Some of us, we so good at telling people, oh, you lazy to do all these things, but we won't do it. So how about you look at yourself like another person, okay? And evaluate your life. Ask yourself, like if I graded myself, because some of us, we pretending like we A's on social media. We grading out an A on social media because we afraid to show transparency, which is stupid because transparency is your power. Transparency will lead to your transformation and your community's transformation. But we so afraid to share transparency. We act like we live in an A+ when we really live in an F. We failing. But we so caught up in pretending it instead of actually putting the work to be it. We sitting here living an F life, a D life, and we sitting here trying to act like we really grading out at an A. Like, grade yourself out. Question. Like, would you marry you? Ask yourself that. Right? Would you marry yourself? Would you want to be, would you want to be, right? Would you want to work for you? Ask yourself that question. Like, would you want somebody to hire you? Ask yourself that question. Like, would you want you to be your dad? Would you want you to be your mom? Would you want you to be your brother? Would you want you to be your friend? Ask yourself those questions. And if your answer is no, then make some changes to it. Make some changes to it. Like, look outside of yourself and check yourself. Like, check yourself. Slap yourself if you got to. And be like, man, you tripping. You tripping. Like, for real. Like, you tripping. If you can't tell yourself that, then you got a problem in your life. If you can't hold yourself accountable, some of you really need to get outside of yourself. Like, you need to get outside of yourself and you need to really evaluate your life and really hold yourself accountable and really look at yourself from an outside perspective and see how much of a fool you are. See how much of a genius you are. See how much of a winner you are. See how much as a loser you are. And I know those words hurt, but I was a loser once in my life. Cool. I changed it. That's the beautiful thing about life. You can change it. Like, some of y'all get so offended when like something goes wrong or somebody calls you out or somebody says the word, oh, you're this or you're that. You get so offended because you're so insecure, right? You're so insecure of who you are that when people throw you things to make you feel insecure, you actually accept those things. Right? Because you don't know who you are because you haven't spent any time actually working on yourself. You haven't did any of the dark work. The most important work you ever will do is the work that you do in yourself. And that's facts. But some of us, we're so afraid. Like, we're so afraid to face ourselves. We're so afraid to challenge ourselves. It's like this. You ever been in a point in your life? I was at this point in my life when you're so afraid to check your bank account. Like, you know, you ain't got no money in it. But like, you so afraid to check it because you in your mind, you like, man, like, I got money in my bank account. Like, I got some money in my bank account, but you so afraid to check it because you so afraid to face the reality. Or for vice versa, like, you see a time in your phone and you know, like, you know, when you growing up and you know your mom has sent you a text message and you just try to ignore it, but you know she probably telling you some stuff or your dad that you in trouble for, but you just ignoring it and you know that it's there, but you just trying to ignore the reality and put it off as if the reality is going to disappear. No, you're just digging yourself in a deeper hole. Some of us, we're trying to ignore the reality in our life for maybe because we're a slave to perception, or maybe we're just so insecure with ourselves, we're afraid to listen. What you're going through is not who you are. It's just what you're going through. Where you're at right now in your life is just where you're at right now in your life. It's a freaking chapter, man. It's not your story. This is just the lap of your race. You haven't reached your finish line. Like, you aren't the things that you're going through. But some of us, we're choosing to stay in the things that we're going through till we believe those things are now our identity. And that is a problem. And that's what happens. You believe it so long that you actually believe that you're this less of a person. You actually believe that you're a loser. You actually believe that you're a failure. You believe it. You believe it. As long as you got breath in your body, as long as you're watching this live right now with Mr. Rehab Time, as long as you're doing that with the smiley face on, I promise you I'm still happy. I promise you I am. I know I'm talking passionate, but trust me, inside of this is one of these. All right. As long as you're watching this, you have power in your life to make a change, man. And that's what I'm so passionate about. And that's why I love to step on people's toes, because I want you to make a change. I don't want you to wait till it's too late. And some people say, oh, it's never too late. Sometimes it's too late, bro. I don't want you to wait till it's too late. Okay? I want you to be able to identify what you need to identify and go through the process of it. The process sucks, bro. The process is stress, right? But the end result, that's what we're working for, baby. So let's bring somebody on. I don't know if Jason's still on here, but who wants to come on here? Let's talk. Ask me some questions. Have a question ready or a statement ready. And I'm not going to try to cut anybody off tonight, but I want to keep people on for like 2 minutes max. Okay. Oh, he is on here. So before I bring this guy on, okay, this is somebody who knows me dearly. This is, I hate to use the word like photographer or videographer because he's my friend, but he's one of the best. And I'm not gassing him up. But seriously, he's one of the best. If y'all seen any of my photos, Maria takes some of my photos too. But if y'all seen the ones that like me in New York and all these places, this is the guy. We've traveled to countries together. I've seen this guy fall asleep looking at his phone on his birthday. All right, this is my boy. So I'm gonna bring him on here and y'all show him love. Hold on, let me bring you on here, bro. Oh. There he is.
Hilarious.
Oh, that boy got the long hair on.
Yeah.
What's good, bro?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Man, good. The kids are out of town, man, so I can be loud in here today.
I got you. Nice. Man, long time, bro.
What's up, man? How's it in New York, bro?
It's much better now. A few months ago, it was kind of rough out here, but it's much nicer now. It's getting to go out, go to the park, eat outside and stuff like that. It's not bad, man. Yeah.
That's good. I gotta get up there, man.
Yeah, you got to come up. It's starting to get a little bad again. Hopefully it doesn't get as bad as last time, but yeah, man, come up before it gets crazy again, you know?
For sure, I will, bro. You know, I need that New York City in my life. We need to go debate about the best pizza spot. So I want to ask you a question, bro.
What's up?
Because you're someone that I've seen grow. You're someone that I've seen, take your dream in your own hands. You had a dream of shooting the Olympics, and I know that kind of COVID messed that up, but I believe you were going to do it. Like, what do you feel like what was the thing that like made you actually go for it? Because I know your story. Like, you just didn't pick up a camera and like this wasn't your whole entire life. You actually picked it up and got really good at it. But like, what was the thing that made you like, okay, I want to take this and take my dream into my own hands?
I mean, I think it was. So I think I've said this to you before. Like, I've always wanted to go to the Olympics. I just didn't know if it was going to be an athlete or whatever. But I think what it was, and like, I adjusted my goals, right? As when I knew I wasn't going to make it as an athlete, right? I was like, cool, like the goal is still just go to the Olympics. So now let me adjust that goal. And I saw entry photography, and I made it into SMART goals. Like, how do I make that next leap? Because you can't just go from shooting around New York City to shooting the Olympic Games. You know what I mean? So like what it was just like built relationships, and like I feel a lot of the stuff that I've been able to do is just based off friendships and relationships. I don't really put too much pressure on myself, and I don't look at the monetary value. But what I do look is the rapport and relationship built around people, because you have to kind of like, I guess there's no secret. Just be nice to people. You know,
Yeah,
be like,
absolutely.
just be that person. Like, for example, with me and you, like, yeah, I took your photos, but if you needed water, I was gonna go get you your water. You know what I mean? Like, we would have a conversation right before this, and I was a distraction. So I don't feel like I was really your photographer. I was just more like the dude you would just kick it with right before your show. You know what I mean? And we would go work out and all that other stuff. But yeah, man, like, I think I set myself up for failure on purpose. So I know what that feeling is, so I can bottle that energy and say, hey, I don't want to feel like this again.
Mm.
You know what I
That's
mean?
powerful, bro.
Yeah. So like, that's what, when I set all my eggs in one basket to shoot the Rio game, and I knew it was going to be impossible. But when I was watching the games at home and I was just like disappointed in myself, I was like, yo, remember this feeling 4 years from now. Don't let this feeling happen again. You know, and I
Yeah.
think that's why I worked so hard this time around. And like, dotted all my I's and crossed all my T's, but I set myself up on purpose for failure in order for me to feel it and be like, nah, I don't want to feel this again. And just do whatever you need to do to make it happen. Take away the no.
Absolutely, bro. Like, that's fire. I ain't got nothing to say after that, bro.
Yeah.
But I'm make sure, bro. We're gonna connect off of here,
All right.
bro, and figure something out. All right, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Later.
Man, that's powerful for my brother, man. Like, he set, like, I don't know if y'all heard that. Like, he set himself up for failure on purpose because he knew that failure wasn't final. He knew that failure isn't the opposite of success, it's a part of success. Right? You can't get better at anything unless you quote unquote fail. And then really failure is when you stop trying. So that word is kind of but a lot of us, we're so afraid to be embarrassed. We're so afraid to fail, especially in the world we live in now with social media. You see all these people on here, living a perfect life, posting the perfect stuff. Even myself, like, you'll see me post something, but I always try to be transparent and show you guys like raw, just stuff, me hiking. That's why I hike and I just record a video, like, to show y'all, like, it ain't nothing perfect around here. That's not life. And I think perfect will be boring anyway, to be honest with you. Like, it would be. But he set himself up to fail in order to build the confidence to know that, for one, failure couldn't beat him and defeat him. And then for two, to know how he felt like, I never want to go back to this, right? I never want to go back to this. And some of us, we don't have that feeling because we stay in the thing that we shouldn't stay in. But once you move on from it, it's like a relationship. How many of you in here, just raise your hand and hit the heart button, that you were in a relationship at some point? Maybe it was your high school sweetheart, or maybe it was a past relationship, and you were like, dang, like, I never thought I can get over this person. Or maybe it was a friendship. I never thought I can get over this friend. And you didn't see anything better. Like, you thought that was it. You thought that was the pinnacle, right? You're like, oh, the way he treats me is the best. The way she treats me is the best. And then you, like, move on with your life. And then you actually meet somebody, like, that's meant for your life. And you realize, oh, like, this is what love is supposed to feel like. That person wasn't giving me that. Oh, this is what a real relationship is supposed to feel like. And so you will never, the point I'm making is, like, you will never know what you're selling for until you move on from what you should stop selling it for. If that makes sense. That should be a quote, by the way. I'm not going to remember it, so somebody write it down. Right? You'll never know what you're selling for until you move on from what you're selling for. If that makes sense. So let me bring somebody else on, man. Who wants to talk? Who got a question? Who has a question? Who wants to come on, guys? I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like, I like try to bring people on that that I've seen support and that I kind of know. I'm gonna say no, but that I've seen support. Like, and they don't have to be my friends, by the way. But I just like bringing people on that I've seen support. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna bring somebody. I got you. She said me. Have your question ready. What's
Hi
up?
Trey,
What's up?
how you doing?
I'm doing good. What's your name?
B,
Nice to meet you. What's up?
nice to meet you too. After watching all your videos, you have made a difference in my life. I was in a very, very toxic relationship for 38 years, and my husband was a police officer, and all I got was just nothing but abuse from him. So I decided that I had enough. It's the end. I'm ready to just start a new life all over again. I started seeing my family, socializing, just walking, just getting away from everything, all the toxic, negative, and you have done so much. After watching your videos, you have made me change my whole entire life for the better. I have so many people offering me jobs, giving me opportunities, and just I just feel so different. You just turned my life all around, and I feel so much better now, so much better. And I don't know how to thank you so much, but you've made a difference in my life.
Well, I appreciate you, and I'm glad like God can use me. And I just want to tell you, like everybody on here, like I know I see it. Like I see people's messages, and I hear you, and I appreciate it. But I want you to give yourself some credit because there's nothing I could have said that could have created change in your life, right? There's things that I've said that created momentum and maybe influence in your life, but you actually made the change. So, like, I'm
I
super proud of
I
you.
had to. I had to. Even though I went and got my bachelor's in psychology, now I'm in the master program. But just recently, he beat me up so bad that I was in the hospital for 4 days. And him being a cop, of course, he got away with everything.
Yeah.
So I just decided to remove myself from him, start a new life. I'm in a support group. I go to church, and I have so much to thank you for. Your videos are amazing. I think that you've made a difference in a lot of people, not just me, but a lot of people.
Thank you so
And
much. I
and I
appreciate you. I
yeah,
don't want to cut you off. I don't, but I want to make sure that I get somebody else on before I come on here, and
yes,
I
thank you.
appreciate like I appreciate you. Like I really really do.
You've been amazing to me, sending me text messages. It's amazing. I value and I appreciate it, and I just want them coming to me
Thank you.
because you've made a difference in my life. And without you, I don't know what I would have done.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All
And
right.
I also want to say congratulations and happy anniversary. I wish you nothing but the best, and you and your wife just make a beautiful couple, and your
Thank you.
family is so adorable. So keep those messages coming.
I will.
Keep
I'm
them
not gonna stop.
coming,
I promise you that.
because I mean, I thought I was lost. I was lost. I just wanted to end my life, but with your words and encouragement, you brought me back to life, because I
Thank
just
you.
wanted to give up.
Like that's all God. Give God the credit and give yourself the credit. I'm just a messenger. All right. So I appreciate you so much. And look forward to my next text message to you. All right.
Yes, I finally got to
Let's,
see you,
thank
and
you.
it's beautiful.
Thank
I
you so
send my
much.
regards to your family,
I
and
appreciate you.
just keep sending them to me, because I value every little message you sent to me.
Thank you. I got you. I got you. Appreciate it. I'm not trying to cut nobody off. I promise you. Like I feel the love. I know I probably seem like an a-hole right now, but I really want to bring so many people on. So like guys, 2 minutes if you can, please, please. And I trust me, I would listen if y'all know me. I would listen for 3 hours. But I know how some of y'all are. Y'all be like, man, I want to get my turn. So 2 minutes. All right, 2 minutes if you can. What's up, y'all? Who we want to bring on next? Who wants to come? I'm. Who wants to come? Who wants to come on here? Let's go. You got a question? All right, make your question quick. All right, it got to be quick. You got to be prepared. Let's think about life. You got to be prepared. All right, you got to be prepared. Let's go. All right, you got a question?
Hi.
What's up?
What is something that you struggle with just like right now in your life? I know you change a lot of things, but what is something that you currently, or something that you struggle with personally?
Let's see. Where do we start? No, that's a great question, though. I appreciate it. I would say I struggle with anxiety a little bit, like social anxiety. A lot of people, well, some people know if you listen to my podcast, and I talk about it every now and then. But like, as much as like I guess a figure to the community or to the world, like if you really knew me, you knew like attention kind of freaks me out a bit. And so I struggle with that. I struggle with social anxiety, like being in a lot of crowds. And then also though, like just regular anxiety, just throughout this COVID situation, just, trying to figure out things in my life. One of the questions that I ask myself very often is what matters most to me. And so a lot of people expect me to go and motivation every single day. But that's why you see me take breaks from Instagram a little bit, just to work on myself. And so, yeah, I don't know if that's really a struggle, just that part of it. But yeah, anxiety, I deal with it at times for sure.
Do you feel pressure from everything that you've created?
Yeah, I do. That's a great question. I'm gonna hire you as my therapist. Nah, seriously, I do. I do feel pressure, to be honest and real with you. Like the pressure of, having to deliver, the pressure of, having to be consistent, the pressure of like being there for everybody. And that last one, like I've let go of that because I know I can't be everything to everybody. But, it used to bother me like maybe like 4 or 5 years ago when somebody be like, oh, Trent, you didn't respond to me. You don't care about me. Oh, you're not who you say you are because you didn't respond. And I'm just like, man, if you know all the people I had in my inbox, I just responded to, like, you would never say that. But I like kind of go of that. But yeah, there is a lot of pressure. But I know God equipped the right person to handle it. So, I'm fighting the battle. And because of you guys, and the words and the encouragement that I see on here or in person, like that always keeps me going. It always recenters me and keeps me like focused on the mission.
Well, that's what I appreciate most, is that you're totally honest and you keep everything real, and we can see ourselves in you with the struggles and issues that you talk about. So many of us see it that way, like, man, how does he know I was going through that? And
Yeah, because I deal with it. I either, so this is the thing, like all my content is either something I'm dealing with, which is probably a lesser percentage these days. It's something I've dealt with, or it's something that I'm currently experiencing with someone around my life that's close to me. So, or a conversation that I've had with maybe a rehabber or maybe somebody in my inbox. So that's why it always feels real, because it comes from a real place. And it always feels like, dang, I've been through this, because we all struggle. We just have different struggles.
right.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Man, that was some great questions, man. She asked me questions. That's what I'm talking about. Make me open up, my therapy session. But somebody said stretch too thin. Yeah, you can stretch yourself too thin. But I'm a person, like, that's why you always hear me talk about protect your peace, protect your peace. Like, that's the reminder for me. Like, that's something that I came up with for myself. And, a lot of these things that I talk about are things that I tell myself.